everybody, John from the Gamer Duo here, and today we have a Fakemon presentation video because I had a subscriber, Alteriagamer, who gave me these Fakemons to do. Now, mind you, I'm not going to do this every time that somebody submits me a Fakemon, but I think that these Fakemons are cool, and I like having people give me Fakemons, and I like seeing the creative side of the community. But this first one is Fantat. It's a dark Pokemon. It's the cat doll. It is a doll of the cat who was abandoned by a kid. Oh, stray cats. I love cats. So the fact the backstory of this Pokemon is so neat. I love the fact that it's got like that eye missing, like it was in a few battles or something, like cat fights, and the other side's fine. And it's been kind of mummified in a way. So I like the dark typing. A ghost typing would be interesting too, but like a dark ghost cat, but it's not dead, so dark typing fits it much better. So yeah, I don't know. It's just I like the Pokemon. I like how, you know, it doesn't really do stuff until the child comes by and stuff like that. The next Pokemon is Parkapool. Parkapool is the water elephant Pokemon, and it is a starter. It is water psychic type, which is a nice typing. Not very many Pokemon have that typing. I think it's only Starmie, and it's the only one I can think of that has that typing at the moment, but there's probably more. But I love the ability or the room for it to grow, right? I mean, it could definitely become a big powerhouse with a high attack stat. A water type with a high attack stat is definitely something that is not seen, but I think it's really meant to be like a good special attacker with a very good physical bulk. I could see that evolving into something like that. Stats for it is obviously going to be like 534. It's going to be a slow Pokemon, so it's probably going to have like 20 or 30 base speed, but it's going to be bulky and can hit hard in the difference because of that. So, I don't know. I like this Pokemon. I like what it can become, really. I really do. Like, it truly... I feel like, you know, there's some aspects of it that, you know, will be fun. But as a starter, I would choose this, probably. But the next one is the other starter, Incineroar. And it's the lion Pokemon. I feel like it's a lot like Pyroar, in a sense. When it evolves, it'll be like... It's like that high and mighty fire type, which obviously is probably what you're trying to go for here. I do think that when it evolves... it will be a lot more of a mixed attacker kind of Pokemon, where you can attack physically, but, you know, you can have the Fire Blast to, boom, do some damage as well. I do feel like this Pokemon seems to me like it would be more like the mixed attacker variant when it evolves and becomes like Simba. And I don't know. Again, this does look like a lot of other Pokemon, in my opinion. It's not like a bad thing, though. Don't get me wrong. But I see it more like the Pyroar Luxray kind of mix-ish. But it's kind of hard because, Nintendo's made a lot of lion Pokemon. Or, lion-esque Pokemon. So that's kind of, it's hard to, make something original out of that. But I think the Fire Starter is nice. The next one is Cosmat, which is a mythical Pokemon. And it's the Cosmic Cat Pokemon. And I love cats. Okay, don't get me wrong. I really like cats a lot. I feel like it could be a Psychic Ghost type. And it could be like Lunala, be that Psychic Ghost type. I do like it a lot. I like how it's floating in the air. And it kind of it gives you that presence of that part like Ghost. I really think that would be a good addition to its typing. I don't know the lore behind it, right? So all I see is the picture and what it is. So I don't know why it was made a Psychic type. That's up to you. I mean, obviously. But that ghost typing, I think, would help it a lot. It still stays weak to dark, but it gets rid of that bug weakness. And it can take care of ghost types anyway, as far as being a psychic type. So I feel like psychic ghost type would be not a bad typing for it. I feel like this one is definitely kind of like Cosmonium a little bit, but just be super tanky bulky. A super tanky bulky mon with 60 base speed, 130 defenses, and a good, other one. A good, 130 HP. The rest are kind of, whatever. This is the evolutionary line. This is Moldrill. He is the Steel Ground Pokemon. Definitely a good typing for it, I would agree. I feel like this Pokemon is kind of like... Well, I mean, it is a drill. Literally, I was going to say it's kind of like a drill. Well, obviously, it's kind of like a drill because it is a drill. But I feel like this Pokemon is definitely a fast, speedy Pokemon. It's kind of like Excadrill, in my opinion. I feel like it'd be a Pokemon built similarly to Excadrill. It would definitely have an attack stat that's pretty skyrocketed, and a a speed stat that's pretty skyrocketed. Like Dugtrio, that's another one, but a little bit more. It'd have HP. It'd have like a better HP stat than Dugtrio would be. I could see this thing having an Arena Trap and being annoying because it has Arena Trap as an ability. So, I mean, that would be a freaking annoying Pokemon to fight, but it would be super fun to use. That's kind of what I feel about this Pokemon. Obviously, this is the de-evolution, or the pre-evolution to another Pokemon, so I can't be like, oh, well, this is going to come out. So this is the evolution to it, I think, right? Maybe? It doesn't, yeah, it looks like it would be. And it evolves into a water fighting type. And I like the Pokemon. It just, if this is the evolutionary line, which I think it is, if it is the evolutionary line, it's kind of a crazy evolutionary line. And it completely evolves and changes everything you wanted. But if it's not, then this is definitely a better thing for it. It does have this, like, it's like a fighter jet, so that's why it's water fighting type, is what I'm getting. I'm getting vibes that this thing would be very defensive and bulky, as well as have at least a decent special attack stat, so it could actually do some damage. I see this as a special fighting type, so I could see this definitely having moves like Focus Blast and Aura Sphere and stuff like that, rather than moves like Close Combat and other things like that. The water typing is definitely a good typing for it. I could see that having Hydro Pump, Scald, stuff like that. The next Pokemon is Petalote, and Petalote is the grass normal type Pokemon, and it's a goat. I love farm animals. Sorry, I worked on a farm for 2.5 years. If you didn't watch the channel, yep, I was working on the farm while doing this as well. So I love animals like that. That's a perfect typing for it. The grass normal typing. I can see this having Giga Drain. I could also see this having like some new ability like fire, or like I can see them having Flash Fire, because goats can withstand a lot. Don't get me wrong, they can. So I feel like this could have Flash Fire, and it would like kind of wreck one of its own like typings or things that it's weak to. But yeah, I like this Pokemon a lot. I can see this having like Sap Sipper, or not Sap Sipper, Giga Drain, or like Horn Leech, kind of like Go-Goat. I think that's the Pokemon's name. And like Horn Leech, because it would be a physical attacker. I definitely would pet this Pokemon every day. I would add this on my team. A 3D rendering of this Pokemon would be crazy to see. But yeah, I really like this Pokemon. The next Pokemon is Angelon, the dragon flying type. And I don't understand this Pokemon at all. Like, it uses its ears to help it move around, but I just don't understand the concept. Obviously, if I got the concept, it would be different. But it looks sad. It looks like it doesn't want to be a Pokemon at all. I don't know what that is. It looks like it's just sad. But I like the color of the wings. I really do. And I feel like this could have an evolutionary line. This could have an evolution into something that's like crazy and insane. This one looks like it's a basic Pokemon, so it wouldn't have the best of stats, but once it evolves, it looks like it could be much better. I do really appreciate the like the lines and stuff, the way that it's like just drawn out. I do appreciate that a lot. And yeah, I don't know if that's the last Pokemon or not. I think it is. So yeah. Oh no, it's not. Never mind. But yeah, so this next one is Aurorine, the Psychic Ice type, which is an amazing. Snowcloak is an ability, which means I definitely would run Aurora Veil. This thing would have Aurora Veil and be like Alolan Ninetales. This thing, it looks like it would be like a lot more bulky, right? So like I would have this would be like the Ninetales that's more bulky and stuff, so that it would be used more competitively in battle, which would be nice because Alolan Ninetales kind of needs to go. But yeah, so long story short, I like this Pokemon a lot. It's based off the Northern Lights, which is a really cool thing. This Pokemon is probably one of my favorites that was given to me. I love the fact it just looks so clean. I like it a lot. Also, yeah, like I said, Snow Cloak. This could have competitive usage any way you wanted, just the way you needed. And yeah, so I think this is a good Pokemon. I like the background. I like the backstory. I like a lot of things about this Pokemon. And I think that with its ability and with the way it looks, it definitely fits the scheme. And then Burais, the Ghost Grass Scarecrow Pokemon. It's pretty much your basic Scarecrow, like. But there hasn't been no Scarecrow Pokemon yet, and I feel like that would be a good Pokemon to have. I could definitely see that in one of like the graveyards. Like that's one of your encounters in like a graveyard area or something of that nature. It definitely would be a special attacker. It would not be like Delmise. It'd be like a special version of Delmise. It'd be a special attacker with like a lot of special abilities and special moves. I could definitely see this having Infiltrator, which means that like stuff like Substitute and stuff, it just pass right by it, doesn't have to worry about it. I like this Pokemon. I could see probably being in the RU tier. Honestly, RU tier is probably a good tier for it. Yeah. So that's that Pokemon, and it's many different forms, and that's all of them. So thank you so much, Alteriagamer, for giving me the suggestion to do this. I appreciate it all the time, and we will see you in the next video. I'm actually going to be recording some Pokemon Ultra Sun and the Ultra Moon Randomizer Nuzlocke, and we're going to be facing Solaria, so I'm not ready. See you then.